Good afternoon. Lady says with the funky boots, right? So first of all, thank you all of you who are still getting a tan on one side of your face for sticking around for the rest of our program, which is amazing. But really what I want to share with you in the very few minutes we have is something we're really excited about. And we're excited about it for one reason, and that is because it's smart business. And you're going to notice some people will sometimes feel that some of the things I say are oxymorons, right? Like innovation and government. Right? Business intelligence and development, you know, smart business. But what I really want to do is I'm going to do something a little odd. I'm going to actually cut to the chase of why this partnership is so dynamic and why we want you engaged in it. And then I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. So what was really interesting is we found in innovation and funding innovation that there was an amazing amount of different things happening. Some were exciting and some were a little scary. The first, incredible amounts of duplication. You may or may not know that there are over 300 plus types of solar lanterns out there. Why you don't know that is because there's no single place to see them. Additionally, as we were making investments in innovation, we realized we really lacked the business intelligence to make the smartest investments we could. Similarly, sometimes it takes more than money, right? Sometimes a brilliant scientist, a great innovator, entrepreneur actually needs some business help, some marketing help. So we started to realize that USAID was also not smart enough to do all those things on our own. And finally, and most importantly, we found that innovation, entrepreneurs, ultimately had to connect with customers. Right? Innovation supply was not enough. There had to be innovation demand. And so I'm going to introduce a project to you. If nothing else, I hope you leave with absolute faith that government can change, that you can do cool things with us, and that you should. So to break down this partnership, the Global Innovation Exchange navigated 100 partners and went from concept to actual partnership site in 100 business days. That was government, from nothing to something quite extraordinary in 100 days, right? So hold in your excitement around that, very exciting. But the part of the ask and what made it work was, number one, we want you to be strategically selfish. We also approach this from total brand agnosticism. You'll notice when you see the exchange, it is not red, white, and blue. It is not a .gov site, and most importantly, it's actually where we want each of you to bring your special sauce. And finally, it is a microsite public good approach, meaning the one time we invest in it, we're actually willing to give it away for free for the rest of you to use it as it fits your purposes. What's really exciting, though, is that this is not launched yet. We expect this to launch in a couple months, and in this infancy, we already have 4,000 innovations, over $285 million of funding on it, and over 3,000 collaborators, not users, actual collaborators who are helping the innovators. So the reason why we're doing this is, number one, as you've seen before, the donors, we're not the only game in town, right? All of you are playing a critical role in how we actually not only find innovation, but get it used. The second is that we actually want to promote the right products and services. So that means that if one innovator in water purification may be from Berkeley or Duke or another type of come through one of our grand challenges, but also your companies may also have good solutions. And we actually want them to exist in one place so that customers can see them all together. Of course, most of you know this, private sector makes up 45% or more of our growth market. We actually want you to make money and change lives at the same time. One of the big elements of our ideas around innovation is commercialization is key. That's how we get these things to grow. And I'm just going to run through a couple of things really quickly. So finally, what is it? And I'd encourage all of you to go to www.globalinnovationexchange.org. But what it is, it's a clearinghouse of all development-related innovation, money, and resources all in one place. So if you have an innovation, you should put it on the exchange. If you have money where you are looking to fund innovations, you should put that on the exchange. And most importantly, if you have resources or a network or your staff want to get engaged in doing good in the world, you have a place on the exchange. What you can ask for it. Number one, support the best innovations. If those are commercial ventures of your companies, if those are coming from other places, you may have a nephew, a niece who has an idea to change the world. You may have a friend in Kenya. This is a place where we actually want everyone to be equal, to be able to be seen. We want you to save time. First of all, we don't want anyone to do the 467th solar lantern, right? We want them to know what's out there. Extending the influence. So the most important thing I want you to leave with today is that this is possible. We actually want you to bring your special sauce to the mix. We want you to be strategically selfish about what you get out of it. But most importantly, we want you to participate in the business intelligence that it takes to do smart development moving forward. And I will tease you, if I can, bring up the actual site so you know what you're looking at. This is the basics of the site. You'll see, again, getting close to 4,000 innovations, not having launched yet, $285 million of funding. An innovator can actually go on and find exactly the funding they qualify for. They can look for it by sector. They can look for it by country. They can look for it by type of organization, how long it takes them to apply for it. And finally, the collaborators. And again, each of you, whether it's yourself, whether it's your companies, your organizations, have something to be offering. So what we're trying to do at the end of the day is democratize development. Who gets to play in it and how we play smarter. Come see me afterward. Thank you very much.